I'm not trying to be serious, it's just like you guys.
Good evening, welcome to the regular meeting of the Wellington City Council. May we have a call, please?
Councilmember Thompson Healy.
Here.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Here.
Councilmember Burnett.
Here.
Mayor Julian.
Here. So we have a forum. Would you please stand with me for the pledge of allegiance? Again?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item is a moment of thanks, appreciation, or condolences. We probably have quite a few. Does anybody want to start, Bill, or?
Sure, condolences to the Martinez family, Don Lupe, Lomeli Martinez has been a relative in Guadalupe for many years and just recently passed, and he was 101 years old.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay, anybody else? I'd like to recognize that Joe Calogan passed several days ago. John Velasquez, American Legion of the Cemetery District. And then the Georgetown High School, Appalachian High School deaths. Kristen Angelo, Mason Shimmer Horn, 14, that's 2 of 14, Richard Aspinwall, 39, and Christina Young, a teacher, 53. Anybody else?
And I also have the 13 service members that were awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor today.
Cool.
And
13. Sorry. Agenda review, is there any council member which to change the order of business or council or staff person?
just like to take closed session off the agenda.
Move.
Yep.
Feel good? Next item is ceremonial calendar. I'd like to read that. Hispanic Heritage is on September 15th to October 15th. Whereas the city of Guadalupe recognizes and honors the contributions of all members of our community. And whereas the observation of Hispanic Heritage Week started in 1968 under President Lyndon Johnson and was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period starting on September 15th and ending October 15th. It was enacted into law on August 17th, 1988. Whereas September 15th is the anniversary of independence for 5 Latin American countries: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. And on September 16th, Mexico achieved independence. And on September 18th, Chile achieved independence. And whereas Hispanic Americans bring a rich cultural heritage representing many countries, ethnicities, and religious traditions which contribute to America's future. And whereas during the National Hispanic Heritage Month, the United States celebrated the culture and traditions of Spanish-speaking residents who trace their roots to Spain, Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. And whereas throughout the history of the United States, members of the Hispanic community have helped shape the social, political, and economic landscape of this country and of our community. And whereas the city of Guadalupe invites all members of the community to celebrate 2014 Hispanic Heritage Month. Now therefore be it resolved by the virtue of me as the mayor, and on behalf of the city council of the city of Guadalupe, we do hereby recognize September 15th to October 15th as Hispanic Heritage Month 2024. That's it.
Which A change of pace.
Community participation, oh, let's see, Boys and Girls Club, sorry. Presentations, Boys and Girls Club, Central Coast Program Update. Welcome, gentlemen.
Good evening and good afternoon to City Council and their and staff. We're here to give our first report here that our new contract and new lease agreement with the Boys and Girls Clubs here for Boys and Girls Clubs in the city. We apologize for not being here sooner. We've gone through some transition. We've gone through new CEO, change of club directors here in Guadalupe, change of city staff in between there. And it all out, it looks like we're working on a good path and be there on a monthly basis with the rec commission and then on a quarterly basis here with the council. So we very appreciate that. I would like to just state a little bit. We do have a new CEO. Her name is Maria Fabula. She comes out of Denver, Colorado. Former worker here in the Boys and Girls Clubs in the San Luis Obispo area. She worked with area about 15 years ago. She's now back here in the city working with the Boys and Girls Club. She's a great addition to our new team and looking forward to some changes that she'll bring aboard with new ideas from other states. That's really awesome. Also, I want to introduce our new club director here. He's been here for a year with the Boys and Girls Clubs. His name is Josue Rojo. He's the club director here at Guadalupe and at the Ron Cibolo site. So he'll give you an overview of what's going on. And if you have any questions, we're ready to answer.
Hello, board. Hello, mayor. My name is Josue Rojo, how Roberto said. I've been with the Boys and Girls Club for 9 years, but this position a little under a year. Some of the things that we've done over the past summer, this summer was very, very good for all of us at the Boys and Girls Club. We had anywhere between 60 to 80 members attending daily and more than 150 registered. So it was really good for us, seeing them daily coming during the summer, especially we've seen a lot of youth hanging out with us, being there with us. Some of the programs we ran, our events that we did was we had a color run for all of our kids. We had cooking classes with them weekly. We were able to partner up with Trinity, which was a reading volunteer base. They donated the library and the books in the library, and they were able to bring in volunteers that read with the kids daily at the club during the summer. So it kept the kids reading, kept them helping them out with anything that they were going through. They were just helping. They're now helping us with the homework time too. A lot of former professors, former teachers throughout the Central Coast, great people. They just love to volunteer their time. So that's really awesome. We also have this cool program called Junior CEO, which is also called Next Gen, where it encouraged kids and members to make their own little business. It was kind of like an entrepreneurship program. So show them all the details about opening a business and maintaining a business. They gave them funds for them to start like a small business. Some of them sold candy, some of them sold bracelets, candles, shirts, tie-dyes. It was awesome. It was open to the whole community. We saw a lot of people from the community come and buy from them. It was great. A lot of them were able to keep that profit that they made. And it really showed them like that interest of opening your own business and how great it is for our community. We had the Olympics that happened this summer. We had a lot of Olympic games with the kids. We split all the kids up into 4 countries. They had games throughout the day. At the end, we had a ceremony for them. It was a lot of fun. We had field trips throughout the summer as well. We were able to take some kids to the aquatic center, Paul Nelson's, the movie theaters, Boomers, and just have them like relax, enjoy their summer. We had dance classes as well, provided by Zulu, which is a nonprofit dance class that comes in as well, taught all the kids how to break dance, which is really awesome. And then we had a end of the summer team festival we partnered up with Fighting Back Santa Maria, which is really great. It was free for all the teams. A lot of our teams showed up. They just had fun in the park at Leroy. They were just playing around, bounce houses. There was a lot of community outreach and like services for them. If they were going through mental health issues or they needed somewhere to go get food, there was just a lot of people from the community that was able to show resources to them. And then the facility use of the Ronest video, we had the rec department show their movie nights June 21st, Friday, June 21st, Friday, July 12th. We also have the Bulldogs, the Guadalupe Bulldogs signups and clinics. They had signups June 1st, 8th, 22nd, 29th. August 3rd, August 26th, August 29th. They have the boarding meeting that they have their regular meeting. And then we also have a teen night coming up, some events coming up. We have a teen night this Friday, which is open to all teens of Guadalupe. It's completely free as well. And then we have another rec department movie night coming September 27th and October 27th. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, go ahead, any questions from the side? This, this weekend, the 16th of September, is there any coordination with you and the committee or the group in the committee?
Yeah, so we'll be making hot dogs. Our staff is gonna be there. They're gonna be making hot dogs for all the participants of the parade.
Good.
So we'll be there helping out.
Making it too easy on you. So, do you have any questions of us?
No,
Okay,
very happy to be here.
well, thanks for coming. Thank you, Roberta. Go ahead.
So with the ending of the parade, will it be like last year, we'll be at the Leroy Park at the end?
Yes,
That's our understanding.
Yeah.
yes.
And is it 1 o'clock or 11?
No,
11
I'll
o'clock.
talk
I think,
about
parade.
it. I won't say
I'll
anything
talk.
on it.
What's that?
I'll talk
Okay.
about it.
Don't steal his thunder. He's gonna talk about it.
You just go get hot dogs with us.
Relish.
I do have a bit of report.
Sure, please.
We did have an issue with the city cameras that are on that facility. Spoke to Patrick Schmidt, and they're working it all out. We did find that there was some faulty wiring with the camera on that set where there was no signal heading up to that camera, so they got it all rebooted. We worked out with our alarm company and our IT person to get that all taken care of. And it looks like that's gonna be working, up and working, if it's not working already, with that, and that's kind of where we're going out.
And since Denise is here, is there any update on the expansion of the 2,200 square foot building from?
I have
from
not,
Jeff?
I have not received an update lately about that expansion,
Okay.
just what we heard last time, but maybe Todd has more.
That reminds me like the $1.1 million grant where, yeah, I'll get back to you on that and I'll send you something on that. I'll research.
You know about that, right? That expansion?
Yeah.
We do, yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
something, we do have a facilities committee in our department.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
also, they ask pretty periodically about what's going on there. We did just purchase 15 acres of land in Orchid,
Okay,
so we're really working on 2 different projects.
where's that at?
On Hummel and Union Valley, so where the old aquatic
Okay.
center was gonna be.
All right,
We purchased that land about 2 years ago, and now we're starting the process of the development and what we can do with the
Good.
property.
Yeah, rural developments, I know that it's in their queue right now, so, but I'll follow up with some timelines.
okay,
Okay.
all right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Question?
Briefly mentioned that I had the opportunity to meet with downtown Rail and the community really volunteers. They shared that they live in Trilogy, and if they can see us, most likely we can see them. And they just really wanted to make a positive impact. It was just fascinating to hear that we donated the foot, and they volunteered their time staffing and making sure that it's staffed at library. And it was great to see kids engaged. They were so eager to read with them. Thank you, God.
He's been really patient, really great asset to our organization. Last year, we went through a different change, but all the volunteers have to go through. It's basically the full process of becoming an employee, but just for a volunteer, so they gotta get background check. They gotta get fingerprinted, they gotta get reference check, they gotta get life, they gotta get TB tested, so they have to do all of that just to be a volunteer. And it was a new process that Voices of America is putting on us. So he was very patient, and it took us about 6 months to kind of get everybody through. So he was patient and still donating his time, so really awesome.
Thank you.
One more question regarding the mobile farmers market. I don't know if we have any information on that, Denise, or you, on the,
We
they're
don't-
still going, or?
They're in the process of working on, I know they're having meetings to try to continue to develop that. And they are gonna present to the city council as soon as they're ready to.
That's for the mobile, or is that for the
That.
regular farmers market?
Well, they've spoken about both,
Okay.
but I think the mobile is still happening.
Yeah, that's.
I haven't heard a date lately, so I don't know if maybe they took a break during the summer or something.
Okay,
But I do know that they're trying to work on the actual farmers market as well.
again, Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the next item is item 7, community participation. Is there anybody in the audience that wishes to speak? Please, there's Debbie's grandfather. Huh? Or- Your uncle or what? Okay.
Thank you for having me, Mayor Council, City Staff. My name is Rick Jansen. I'm with New Life Canines. We're a nonprofit in San Luis Obispo. We train service dogs with the intention of giving them as a free gift to a veteran or first responder to help with their unique, difficulties that come from those fields. We also, when we can't place a dog with an individual, have in the past placed dogs with facilities, and I just wanted to come down and personally thank you, the city, for hosting Debbie, being a great home for her, and I know that she makes a difference with the department and the fire, and I've heard many other areas of the city she's become world famous. So, thank you for the opportunity to let her use her skills and make a difference. Debbie was trained by men incarcerated in the California Men's Colony. She was with us for 2 years, coming out on the weekends for training in the real world, but most of her time was spent making a difference inside while these young and old men would train her, providing an immense, benefit to them inside, and then eventually having her graduate. So it just really honors them and their work to see her making a difference out in the life. So just wanted to say thank you, and also to extend an invitation to the city. We have a fundraiser on October the 19th. It's our Giving Cause for Hope. And just out of gratitude for what you all have done for our organization and for Debbie, I just wanted to say, if anyone in the room would like to attend that, as my guest free of charge, I just wanted to leave some invitations. It'd be an honor to have any of you. Yeah,
Okay.
Big Factory will be there.
Debbie,
I did bring.
Without Debbie?
invitations. I don't know where it'd be appropriate to leave them, but.
yeah, just leave the chief.
That's really all I wanted to share with you folks.
Okay, well, thanks for your efforts. Thank you.
Yeah.
Item 8, consent calendar. Following items are presented as council approved without discussion as single agenda item. Is there a council member that wishes to pull an item for discussion? Is there any correspondence regarding any of these?
No.
None? Is there a motion to approve the consent calendar?
I'll motion to approve the consent calendar.
Is there a second?
And second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All right. All right. Management reports, city administrator, Mr. Cody.
Well, thank you. The chief and I are constantly getting, talked to from FEMA. And we have to go to this grant portal and for reimbursement for during the floods, all the work that's been done there. And, recently, our project person that we're working with at FEMA is Abdi. And Abdi keeps calling me, gotta sign this, gotta sign that. And you have to log in and it's a whole ordeal and you have to. So it's taken us quite some time to accomplish this. So I asked him, I said, can you just send us out what we're receiving and when we anticipate receiving the items? I just thought it was important to mention it because the one item, of course, is the city's non-congregate sheltering, which the chief worked on that part of it. Remember, there was $50,820. We expect to receive that by the year's end. The other one is debris removal for $86,000. I'm just gonna round the numbers. Parks and recreational facilities, $62,000. Other utilities, $55,000. And then the wastewater spray field, $351,000. So that's a total of $607,519. And they base it on actual costs, but then also our in-kind, the work we put into it as. So I just thought that was important to let you know that we're gonna be receiving that at the end of this year.
Is that a given or is that a maybe?
It's a given. Yeah, it's a given.
All right, cool.
I didn't do it. You didn't.
Any
Um,
projects?
Also, okay, sorry. Also, I'm gonna give this to Christina because I feel like she really liked it. It's whale grant deadline. So just to throw it to you, you might be able to apply for that.
What is that?
It's just a grant to, that's offered through, it's like an environmental grant for the coastal. I didn't get into the details, I just got it, I emailed it to her and I thought, well, I'll throw it to her. Also, there was a question, I think it was last meeting, the meeting before about the $1 million for the senior center. So right now, that's a waiting conference and it's in its final passage. So in about 2 weeks, I'll have more information on that, whether we still receive it or not. I also wanted to mention that Saturday, October from 8 to 2 is the community cleanup. I just passed it out again. Just to keep it on record, please feel free to bring your items in there.
That's what McKinsey's, correct?
Yeah, McKinsey. And also, we only have one polling place this year. The Veterans Hall is no longer to be used for polling. We only have one place. It's Riverview Townhomes.
Probably Mike,
Yeah.
Megan might want
I wonder what. It's
to.
it's really fuzzy. Riverview Townhome. The only polling place.
That's, I want to mention that today. You normally it's you.
Yeah.
For me, if it were, because this is a city hall, that this would be an appropriate place to have.
I believe it was here in the past, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of dictate that. I mean, it's, they just found that, because of resources, they could only have one polling place. And so,
Well, they could.
yeah,
To be able to hear.
yeah. I mean, I could offer that to them.
Why don't, yeah, do you mind doing
Okay.
that?
Sure.
City auditorium.
I mean, I don't know if it'd be for this.
That's 2 rooms.
I'm not sure if they can still do it for this, for November, but I'll find out.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
It's interesting that the choice, and that's fine over there, but
Yeah.
they're more centralized than
Mhm.
that location.
I'll find out.
Okay.
Lastly, this week I'll also receive a check from Chevron for the Chevron grant. It's usually about 90,000 a year.
Yeah.
So I just want to give you that update. That ends my report.
So are you covering?
Oh,
Building department, you're covering the city engineers report?
sure. Well, okay. I'll start with the city engineers report because I think that's the meaty, more exciting stuff. The city engineer, we won't get into the little meetings he's attending. Various Caltrans projects, there's several meetings being held with project managers regarding the GBA meeting and Caltrans right-of-way division regarding easements of Highway 1 and 166. There's $100 million of projects going to be happening in the next couple of years, and so there's a lot of activity in that realm. We are got to work on that too. Amtrak improvements, on August 20 or 30th, 2024, proposals were received from 4 engineering architect firms to provide design services for the Transit Hub project. I'll be on a review committee along with Dan Air on that one. A review team will evaluate the proposal and bring the recommendations to the council for design service agreement. Depending on the project cost, the project may include public restrooms, electric vehicle charging infrastructure, bicycle amenities, pervious pavers, improved signage, and site beautification upgrades. The total project funding is 1.3 million. Central Park renovation project, summer of 2025 construction project. That's going to happen. Leroy Park 2 improvements. The city engineer is awaiting review of the approval from the USDA, which I had mentioned earlier, rural development. Once the funding has been approved, the city engineer will be ready to send the project out to bid. And that's probably going to be a tip-up building, so it should be pretty straightforward. 303 Obispo Street site improvements. The design of the 303 Obispo Street site improvements is nearly complete. City staff holds bi-weekly meetings with PG&E and the design team regarding the project. The city engineer met with ChargePoint, which you approved something tonight on that, on site to discuss the charging stations. A staff report has been prepared for the first council meeting in September to approve the purchase of the electrical chargers. The project includes charging facilities for future electric buses and electric fleet vehicles. Highway 1 and Pioneer lift stations. The Highway 1 lift station is currently waiting for the electrical switchgear to be provided. Takes a long time to get that type of equipment. This equipment has been approximately 50-week lead time. Caltrans approved a revised Caltrans encroachment permit for the Pioneer Lift Station. The Highway 1 lift station contractor has been submitting various material and equipment submittals for review. The Pioneer Lift Station cannot be constructed until Highway 1 lift station is completed. However, due to the long procurement process for switchgear, the city engineer intends to bid the Pioneer Lift Station this fall for construction in fall 2025. The city engineer is requesting a schedule extension from the California Department of Water Resources, which is funding IRWM round 2 for the Pioneer Lift Station. There's a lot here.
We don't
Wastewater,
have to go into too much detail. We could just,
well, the wastewater treatment plan is in the works. City Hall improvements is a 2025 project. 2025 pavement improvements, design work is ongoing for the 2025 pavement improvement project, depending on funding availability. Royal Theater, of course, is very complicated and a lot is going to be coming forward with that.
okay, and then.
Yeah,
stop
go ahead.
right there to- Now, the bid, the bid docs are out.
Yes,
So the 20th,
yeah, the
they're
20th,
due?
they're due.
is that
Yes.
both management and,
I think they're fairly close. They're
Close.
close, yeah. The operator is gonna be coming up this month and so is the actual bid for construction.
okay,
And we did a pre-site bid walkthrough and there were at least 20 people there that were either subs and general contractors. And at the same time, we did a walkthrough for 2 operators,
okay.
one at 9 o'clock and one was at 10 o'clock. So there's a lot of interest in that building. So I think we're gonna get good bids. That pretty much ends my report in
Okay.
terms of that.
Any
You wanna go
questions?
into- Any of the planning stuff?
Good job, spot. Let's go to the report and then, we'll get into that detail. Now, no.
I know something I could add to it. There's something I wanted to add because I think it's important. I just thought of it is, and I'll get the mic here. It was in the consent calendar. What was approved tonight with the Jeff's thing is, it's interesting because we talk about 5,000 here, a few dollars here. That's a $5.2 million grant that was included in some of that projects for the combined 303 and Amtrak. Just want to let the public know that it's not chump change and it's
No, good stuff.
it's big money. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Item 10, Director of Public Safety. Chief,
Thank you. I'm not bringing any money right now, so.
Well, maybe.
Just real quick, the Sun Care, I appreciate them coming here. As far as the nonprofit, it's a huge nonprofit. I'm on the board there in SLO. But we just did a commercial that we got to highlight Guadalupe. This was kind of nice, at least Debbie did. But with that, we're just kind of getting around as far as the wellness program we're doing. I got a call from a in-house wellness program in Orange County. They want us to do a visit. This is the one that our officer attended that was involved in the shooting. And the information I can put out, it was while he was there, they had 3 additional suicides of first responders that were there. And so they're interested in this program. And the funny thing though, then we get a call while I was with them doing training. San Diego Police Department, they have a wellness program that is known nationwide. And they got wind of it. And so we're going to exchange visits. I'll be going there. They'll be coming here. They want to see like how we do it. And when we were talking on the phone, they're in a whole separate building with 20 employees who just do just the wellness. And they were asking how many do we have here in our city that do the wellness program? So you're talking to it. So it's kind of interesting what we do with what we have, and we really kind of make it work. I put in my notes that I was appointed to the League of California Cities, the California Police Chiefs Association representative.
for advancing equity and advancing equity throughout cities of California. So I'm really kind of proud of that. And hopefully, you know, I can bring more to knowledge about Guadalupe sitting on that committee. We have a parade this coming Sunday. Thanks, Todd. We had Rudy in there, so we had a quick meeting for all the barricades and the explorers and Granny. So whoever on the council is interested and so forth to ride on Granny, please let me know by the time that we leave so we can have that all kind of prepared. Parade starts at 12, so hopefully be there like around 11:30, and it should be short. So
Fifth Street,
You can,
yes, Fifth and Guadalupe.
can some staff go?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone's welcome
Okay.
to kind of
Denise,
go.
so you
gotta
can
have a
go.
horse.
Yeah,
Sunday.
Sunday, be there at
I'm
11,
gonna be, I was gonna do more.
ride the granny or some other vehicles.
It's the. But we can have some other vehicles if we know who's gonna be there.
I'll be there.
Surprise.
Yeah, I'll take it over to the beans, so.
Sunday, it's Sunday, after the Vikings.
Okay. We had a meeting today, Todd, I, the school superintendent, and both principals from the schools to talk about safety. I met with their safety committee Monday, and we talked about emergency preparedness. We're not really functioning together, and that was one of the things that we're gonna start doing as far as emergency preparedness. Their staff wants training as far as superintendent and the presence, and then I gotta give that similar training to our city council. And that's all decision-making in worst case scenario. First responders, we're prepared, we know what we're supposed to do, and we can talk with all our other city agencies. Departments, but we do need to get the training for our civic leaders so that they can make those proper decisions as far as supplies and everything like that.
Chief, we're gonna meet monthly now, that.
And we're gonna meet monthly on that. We had some interesting ideas.
Yeah. We
At
figured let's meet
the
monthly.
meeting. Yeah, that's why we're gonna have to meet monthly. But it was very productive. And we'll talk offline about some of the ideas, but we have a meeting with our city engineer,
Yeah, Monday at
Monday.
7:45.
7:45 to
On
take a
site.
look at the site. So we can talk about Mary Buren, McKenzie, and the new school.
That's right.
So with that other issue. We did a next to last tour of the cannabis dispensary this afternoon. Buildings went with us in the fire department. So we looked at all their security systems, really good. They uploaded the app. So I have access to all their cameras on my phone. The thing that really kind of stuck out when we were there, they have two facilities in Grover Beach that just got hit. Got robbed or burglarized this weekend. And so they're reviewing the tapes of the burglary, but the assailants got in, and the stuff that we're putting here will help to really prevent what happened in Grover Beach. But they brought in tubs and took a lot of the product out of the facility. So
Bold.
most definitely, and something like that, they've been there. But the way they have things set up here, we feel really good with it, and we saw what the issues were in the Grover Beach that led to that type of burglary. So that's something that we think that we can definitely deal with. We're having on the 12th Wednesday, impact fee finalization meeting. Todd's heading that, and so we'll have finance. Pardon me?
Not this one.
What, Thursday?
No, 9/12. Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah.
Sorry. So we'll work on that as far as finalization, so we can really kind of start that up. And really like to thank Phil. Him and Wendy were the real
Wendy.
point on this, that that is a real cluster. I gotta be honest, just.
I invited
all those
Larry
numbers.
as well, because he's familiar with a lot of fees and that kind of, for that type of thing.
Okay, Pat's already put together a form so that we can present at that meeting, so we can work on that.
And Janice will be there too.
Yes, thank you. Don't forget Officer of the Year on the eighteenth. If you haven't RSVP, please let us know so we know who's gonna be at the table at the Elks Club. So before I leave,
That's next.
if you let us know, 18th.
Yeah,
Yes, so whoever wants to go. And last but not least, have Marion Hospital Board tomorrow. And we'll be, you're bringing a new specialty OBGYN. Hope I said that language right. Because to help with some of our migrant communities as far as translation, speaking with that. So I didn't know how few we really had. But we're gonna be voting on a whole bunch of new ones coming in. So that's all from my report, unless there's anybody else.
I have 2 questions. You mentioned it is history, and I think I saw online that there's a grand opening. Is that kind of generally?
They're having a soft grand opening. It's not, it's public.
Very.
all.
It's publicized, that's fine. Okay, got it, okay.
Right, we go. And that's why.
So would there be, a police presence, I guess, or, I guess, not there physically, but I guess. I don't know.
She wants to ride along.
It's gonna be in a closed, secure facility, and all the major participants have my number. So we've walked the facilities, both of them. That's why I was with them today. Even got to meet the chef.
Did you sample it?
No. Thank you, Todd. Right in front of my boss.
They
That's why
can
my
take
attorney-
a joke.
In regards to the parade, I know last year I had some safety concerns because I think as soon as the parade ended, it's just closed up and wrapped up while participants were still kind of walking to, Leeward Park. What does that look like this year? How long will participants have to walk to, them to Leeward Park?
What we're gonna try to do, because we really got this at the last minute, to be honest, and so that's why we met today. Talk with Rudy, and he's gonna be at the very end of the parade. And as soon as the last float or whatever kind of goes through, because of the timing that they have from Caltrans, we have to start opening up. So we're gonna have to get people out of the street, because we're on a time limit also with Caltrans as far as the
Right.
close.
I guess can I get an email regarding? Like to know that time frame.
We have,
Okay.
there's,
Yeah, we.
The actual encroachment permit? Yeah, I can do that.
If there's sort of a time, that is a safety concern, because I was riding my bike with my daughter. And I turned around and there's a car right behind me, and a lot of people are walking.
Yeah.
We're talking about young children in this parade, hundreds of people. So I would hate for the last float for you guys to just open those gates up. Well, on Highway 1, we have hundreds of cars going right by a pretty speedy road.
We will make that a priority with the people that are doing our traffic control, so that we can keep that kind of communication.
Good.
So that's-
So thinking, how can we better, because I know this parade was, they brought it to council to open that. How can we make sure that dialogue is open sooner for next year?
Well, I know Jose Nichols is the one who
We do it
puts it
every year.
together, but we should have that conversation. with-
100 years.
Yeah, Jose Nichols.
And so I think that's on
Yeah.
the people who are trying to.
On the
be
committee.
on the
Yeah.
committee to come
The
up
committee.
like, I think it's something they.
Set up an application permit, so that comes to the city, 2-3 months.
In advance, yeah.
So where does that ball drop, and how can we pick it up next year, moving forward?
you know, like you mentioned, they came before us to get the permission, and then they went to submit that to the.
And it takes some time to,
I mean, to the
process-
state, and
process
it
it.
took a while to get that.
yeah, they're kind of, I don't want to
Yeah,
say
they're
so. Yeah. I'd be in trouble.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say it either.
That's a good point.
Yes.
You know, some of that
I'll send it to you all.
Is that it, Chief?
Yes, sir.
All right, item 11, Recreation Services Manager, Denise.
Hello, Mr. Mayor and City Council and staff. and the public, thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm just gonna go over the event for September and I have a few updates that aren't on my report that I'd like to share that came after I submitted it. So we once again have volleyball and basketball drop-in. The schedule and all these flyers that I'm gonna talk about are all posted on the social media as well as the website. And in front of my office, there's a big bulletin board and it's plastered with all of the flyers as well. This Saturday, we have a glow dance party. It's free to the public as all our events are. It's from 1 to 3 p.m. It will be comprised of a dance lesson. It's meant for youth, so ages 5 to 16. They'll get a dance lesson. It's music that they like to listen to. It's not, like boring adult music.
Wow.
It's interested, so I gotta make sure that the music's appropriate. It's gonna kind of be a pop dance lesson. After the dance lesson, when it opens up to what's the second portion from 2 to 3 that says dance party, we're gonna have a ice cream sundae bar for all the kids. When they walk in the door, they're gonna have a table full of glow in the dark, like goodies that they can pick from. The headbands, to rings, to bracelets, whatever they want to deck themselves out in. The whole auditorium is gonna be black lights with different decorations that are all neon that glow in the dark. And we encourage all our participants to come in clothes that are colored that would glow in the dark with the black lights. And after they have their ice cream sundae bar, they can go ahead and dance. The music will be on and open to them. So that should be a really fun event, and I think it's cool to bring the arts and dance to children in a fun way that doesn't feel so structured. So excited to have people show up. We once again have line dancing this month. It's become quite popular. Anne Marie has attended, so she can give you her thoughts on that. Chief Cash was in there last time. So this month we have it on Thursdays. We switched it up a little. It's going to be on the 19th and the 26th. We're trying to fit it in the best we can with the school district using the auditorium. So that worked best. We're going to open the doors at 6 instead of 6:30, just to give a little extra time for people to come in, sign the waiver, and get settled in. So hopefully we continue to have a good turnout for that. We have our last poetry jam with our NOFO, who is my recreation commissioner, as well as works for the Little House by the Park. He's on a grant. His grant is ending in September, so this is his last poetry jam in this kind of format. Moving forward, we will be skipping October, moving to November, and then probably skipping December, moving to January. So it sounds like he's going to do it every other month. He's still going to do it as a citizen, working with the recreation department. It just won't be every single month. But for this particular month, it's on Friday, September 20th from 6:30 to 8. As he always says, you can read poetry, you can just listen to the poetry, you can read lyrics to a song, anything that you feel expresses yourself in a poetic way.
Is that in Spanish too?
I believe some of the poetry are in Spanish. Next up, we have the skate deck design art class. This is the first class of our art series that goes all the way through December. It's on Saturday, September 21st, so that's going to be a busy weekend. It's from 11 to 1 p.m. here at the auditorium. Every participant will be able to design a real skateboard deck. On one side, they're going to be putting the grip tape, so they'll be taught how to put it on properly. And then on the back side, they're going to be able to design it with whatever artwork they want to put on it. It will be sealed so that it preserves the artwork. And then they can take it home and put trucks on it or purchase trucks to put on it, but it will be a functioning skateboard. So we're trying to bring some art classes to Guadalupe that are kind of out of the box, a little out of the ordinary, just to let people know that, it's not just coloring and painting or making a little birdhouse. There's like more to it. And there's creative avenues that anybody can have, even if, maybe they're a skater, but not really huge on art. So that's exciting. We do still have about 10 spots left. You do need to register for that class just because, we want to make sure that we fill it up and we know how many spots we have available so we can continue to market that. There's a QR code on the flyer. And like I said, these flyers are on social media, our Facebook, our Instagram, and the website. We also have movie night, which the Boys and Girls Club, let you know about earlier. That's on Friday, the 27th of September. They're going to be inside Leroy Park. I will give you an update on the very last one that we had. We had the Bulldog Cheer group out. They did the concession stand as a fundraiser because I'm trying to get more groups, youth groups to come in and do the concession stand so that they can fundraise. And it gives them an opportunity to kind of be within the community and get more support. But in addition to that, the girls did about 5 or 6 cheers before the movie started because the very next day was gonna be their very first day cheering. So it's kind of like their little soft opening. It worked out really well. We had 144 attendees at the movie night. It went really well. The concession stand brought in over $500 in 2 hours.
Wow,
So
maybe the city should do that.
request at this point, since we're on YouTube, is to have more youth groups come forward. I would like to continue to have youth groups do the concession stand, especially youth groups from Guadalupe. Next month, I'm using Lower Butcher Shop just because I didn't have anybody request it yet. I do have October open and it's gonna be a spooky Halloween theme. And then, of course, we have a fun holiday one for November and again for December. So I'd love youth groups to come forward, let me know what they're fundraising for and get them on one of the movie nights. So if you know of anybody or you can think of anybody, please let them know that.
Can I give them your email address?
Absolutely, my email or my phone number.
Okay, because I have a group.
Okay, great. I'd be happy to hear from you. Last but not least, on the events, we have our skate day once again, and that's gonna be on September 28th. I will mention that's also the day that Touch of Style is doing their barbecue at Jack O'Connell Park at the exact same time. So I want people to come to the skate event, but before that, you better order your tri-tip dinner because as you're smelling that delicious food and skating around, you will not be able to go purchase one on the spot. You have to purchase it ahead of time. So just throwing that out there. All their funds for their fundraiser are going to eventually be buying Toys for Tots for the children of Guadalupe. So it's a great cause. And it goes hand in hand with our skate day, just doing good things for the youth. So our skate day will be from 12 to 2 as usual. Free skate rentals provided as always. And we do still have the instructed class for the first hour. So if you don't know how to skate or you want to brush up on your skills, we have instructors there that will hold your hand literally and show you how to skate. The last skate day went pretty awesome. We had about 30 people come to the instructed class. And I would say almost all of them left being able to skate, which was pretty impressive. And some of them were skating really well, like 5 minutes in, and they were literally skating and never had skated in their life. So it was so awesome to see all the smiles and how excited people were about learning a new skill and then wanting to come back to continue learning more skills. So that ends my event. Sorry it's so long, but we do have a busy September. In addition to that, I wanted to let you know that I have accepted the proposal from Youth Evolution to bring soccer classes to Guadalupe. That will be October 2nd to the 23rd. It will be on Wednesdays, and I will be promoting that right after this meeting. So you'll see it on social media as well as online. They'll also have it on their website. We were able to work out a deal where we dropped the price by $10 per child. So that the classes are only $55 instead of $65 to benefit the citizens here in Guadalupe. The classes are in different age groups, but it goes as young as 2.5 years old and as high as 11 years old. And these are specifically to learn how to play soccer. This will be held at Jack O'Connell as it has been in the past. And so we look forward to that. And last but not least, just in case you're tired of hearing from me, pickleball is on the agenda. I have done a whole bunch of homework And my goal is to bring pickleball to Guadalupe starting next month. I just need to purchase the gear that we need, and I'm working out the possibility of using Leroy Community Center indoors, having one court, buying enough equipment for one court, that's $500-600-ish, to have enough equipment. My idea is to be there every Monday, 10 to 12 before the kids show up and that area is available. I know that doesn't help the working class, but my goal is to do 1 month of that kind of setup and then try to see what the interest is and see what the community is seeing. And then do another time frame where I can maybe do it on a Saturday in the evening where the working class can come and enjoy that as well. So that's the goal there. Hoping to see anybody that likes to play pickleball come out and enjoy that. If that goes well, the idea is to have an outdoor court. We have a couple possibilities. Todd and I have talked about this courtyard, resurfacing it and putting in 2 courts there. There is also Paco Park that could be a possibility to have 2 courts there as well. So we're looking into all of the logistics, the financials, and then just the need. Do people want to play pickleball in Guadalupe, and are they going to come out? So trying it indoors at Leroy Park Community Center is probably our best bet to kind of see what that looks like.
Can we possibly have a coach or a trainer?
Into doing clinics, so depending on what outcomes I get, I have 3 different coach options. They do clinics, they charge per hour, so I'd probably have them come out for about 2 hours, and they can work with people that want to learn, whether it's youth or adults, and so we could have some clinics put on so that they could teach the citizens how to play pickleball or better their skills.
You'll find that most of the people that are playing, if you go to Trilogy, they're adult.
Yeah.
You go to Napomo, they're adult. So it wouldn't compete with the evening hours. It's Hagerman, huge. Hagerman, and there's a Jimenez that, I don't know if anybody knows Jimenez, but
Yeah, Michael.
Michael, and there's another one, I don't know if it's John, maybe he's dead, but one of the Jimenez brothers, or the Jimenez is in charge of that, so it's popular once it gets going, and instruction is important because people don't know what to do with that, so.
It is the fastest growing sport in the nation. And when there's racquetball players, tennis players that, they love their sport there, but when they play pickleball, they end up being totally addicted to pickleball.
You don't have to move that, you don't have to move like you do in handball.
Right,
That's
it's softer
true.
on the joints. Anise, that's a great idea. I mean, a lot of research there, so that's cool. You're putting it out there. But also maybe for future reference, maybe utilizing that Boys and Girls Club with possible, maybe a yoga instructor in the morning, doing a 10 to 11.
That is on my very long to-do list. I've kind of been working through this massive list I made for myself when I started in March, and then I got through my first month of
Just
training.
meshing all the new residents that are coming into Pasadena and stuff. You put that out there, and it was maybe twice a week or 3 times a week in the morning, utilizing the hours of when that Boys and Girls Club's not packed with the actual kids. I think you might get, a pretty good size group of interested residents might be.
Even here in the auditorium.
Yeah, even the auditorium, you utilize that too, so.
Yeah, absolutely. It is on my list, and I promise I'm working through that list, and it is on there. It's one of me versus a very long list, so I'm working as fast as I can. Pickleball kind of was higher up on the list, but yoga's right below it.
Our ex police chief, Chris Tartas, is a pickleball player,
Oh, awesome.
and I know that he would be more than willing to he plays 2-3 times a week.
Wow.
And so he plays in the promo, and he plays there in Hagerman, so.
And I know food for thought, I just received a message, and I know that they are hosting a Tai Chi class over at the Elbow Church. I'm not sure what day, but they are having some.
Is that-
You're right.
Mhm.
Where's that church?
On Olivera. Olivera and 11.
Yeah.
Obon, just the Buddhist church.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, any questions of Denise?
You are, you bring them, you are, you would like. Are you able to also utilize, the not the marquee, the, plexiglass by the Royal Theater, or about, not for city?
Yeah, the plexiglasses for the city, and actually Eddie's gonna be cleaning that up, if they didn't already today.
I thought looks like they did, they were supposed to do it Saturday.
They were, but they didn't, so. I
Okay,
did, yeah. Chachi,
Yeah,
Chachi and Mira said they were gonna do it on Saturday when they did the pre-bid walkthrough, but then I discovered that they didn't, so, I told Eddie just to take care of it. I don't know if he did today or
okay.
this week, so.
That would be a great plexiglass to be able to share.
It
Yeah.
hasn't been offered to me yet, but if it does get
It's-
beat up and I'm allowed to use it, I'd be more than happy to make sure that everything is duplicated and kept
Good.
up to date. In addition to that, when I came in a couple months after being in here, I ordered 2 bulletin boards, one at each park. And then I ordered a second one for Jack O'Connell, because Jack O'Connell's so large. It's good to have one closer to the softball field so that if that area is requested, we can post a sign. If like someone registers and says, I'm gonna use the softball field, people know. And then we bought another one that's gonna be installed shortly that's closer to the barbecue area. And those I keep updated with the same flyers that I put everywhere else.
That is amazing. I think our community has always said transparency, they want to be involved, so that's a great thing.
Speaking of, the Esther puts out the huge calendar in terms of everything that's going on. I wanted to find out on a web. I don't know if it was the celebration, the 16th of September, but there's no calendar that's that I can find on our city website that says, here's a general calendar of what's going on. You don't need the specifics in terms of, like volleyball, basketball, that type of thing, but general, you have the 16th of September, or there's another thing that's happening, and I'll mention it later on this coming next Saturday with the rededication of the Veterans Memorial. So if you look at the website, correct me if I'm wrong, there's no general calendar about what's going on in the city.
I believe you're correct, and that's something that that I'm not sure is necessarily under the recreation purview to have that on the website, but I think it's a great idea that we had it. What I do have on my long list is to make
Yeah,
sure
it's
that the
really specific,
recreation
yeah.
page has a
Right.
calendar on our tab that has everything that I'm talking about, but in a calendar format where you
Right.
can just look at it
Right.
and quickly see what events and when they're happening. Which would go hand in hand with that calendar. I'd probably want mine separate as well. In
Well, you would have
addition,
it, I don't think yours is on the web.
mine is not on the web yet,
Okay,
but it's
so
on my list of
That's
to-dos.
okay. But
yeah.
there's, if we can have a general one that says the major things that are happening,
Mhm.
like parades or.
Like at a glance.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
There actually used to be a calendar and it is, and I remember speaking to one and we were about updating that, but it looks like,
Yeah, I don't,
it's still it's not there anymore.
okay. Just a thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Any questions of Denise? We'll go to regular business. Item 12, approve an agreement and mortgage document granting first priority item. Mission Central.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the city council. The staff report has quite a bit of background information. I don't intend to go over that. It was provided just to create a record for future people that might want to look at this and figure out what happened. The bottom line is that the city owns the Royal Theater property. There was some complications concerning when it was acquired, there was 3 parcels, they had to be merged into one to construct the project on the site because you can't have buildings crossing property lines. And then there was a lien on the property at the time the city acquired it, it was purchased. And even though the loan was paid off, it wasn't clear timely. All those issues have been resolved as explained in the staff report. And flash forward to today, we need to, as a condition of the Economic Development Administration's almost $4.9 million grant for the project. They require a first priority lien for that against the property. And that's the purpose of the document that's attached to the staff report. It's not really a document the city was able to negotiate with the federal government. It was pretty much take it as it is. I had to render an opinion that it was okay, and it is. I recommend that the council adopt the resolution to resolution number 2024-55 to approve the agreement and mortgage document, which grants the Economic Development Administration a first priority lien on the Royal Theater property, authorizes the mayor to sign on behalf of the city, and directs that the document be recorded.
Is there a motion to that effect?
Almost to approve resolution 2024-55.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call please.
Councilmember Foster Junior.
Aye.
Councilmember Robles.
Aye.
Councilmember Fernandez. Councilmember Fernandez. Aye. Mayor Julian.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
All right, future agenda items. Anybody want to add anything for our future to make our meetings go beyond an hour?
Nope, you're good.
Okay, announcements, council activity reports. Start on my right side. Gene, you know,
No.
Christina.
This weekend I was able to attend Viva Marte and have honors of great time.
Yeah.
I also wanted there and recommendations of National Suicide Prevention Month. I want to emphasize that events are coming together as a community to support mental health and prevent suicide. With 45 lives lost in Santa Barbara County alone in 2023, it's crucial to remember that every conversation and act of kindness can make a difference. Suicide remains a critical issue, but together we can offer hope and support. This month and always, let's break the silence, eliminate stigma, and remind each other that help is available and no one is alone. If you or someone you know needs support, please reach out with the resources available. The mayor is also going to touch on the plaza, but I'm not sure if the veterans were able to share with you that they are.
Issues,
They said that,
skateboard? Yeah, we should, it's that.
that was.
If somebody's skateboarding on the newly painted monument.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anything else?
That was it, thank you. I think.
Sure, I also did get to attend the UCSD Viva la Arte on Saturday night. Talking to Chachi, I believe that was about 80 to about 90 people, and it was very high energy. This group comes from East LA, and they played for probably an hour and 20 minutes. It was a great show, so it's very, very, very entertaining.
He did that, he put it on TikTok, did you see that?
I don't have.
That thing is powerful, I mean, he put it on. What's that?
You have TikTok?
One follower, yeah, he's stretching. So he put it on TikTok, I think, well, I'm gonna ask him to share it with people, because I don't know if there's any issues with sharing it with folks, because I'm not a TikTok guy, but it was very powerful, he showed people dancing, he showed lights and all kinds of stuff, and Gilbert has some good pictures of him and some of the participants.
I got to meet the band. It's good.
What kind of music?
It's kind of, it's not salsa, it's not it's rock, it's a little bit of everything.
You know, this is actually their green room when all the artists come for Viva Marte. This is their green room space where they get ready for the concerts, where they eat their lunch. So this is a special place for all the artists that come to Viva Marte.
Okay, I have a couple things. One is I'd like to read a letter that was handed to me. To me, it concern is the city of Guadalupe. This is from Dudley Hoffman. This letter is to verify the passing of John Velazquez in Santa Maria, California on 9/5/24. There will be a funeral mass held on Friday, 9/13/2024 at 10 a.m. at Our Lady of Guadalupe Catholic Church, followed by burial at the Guadalupe Cemetery. And please call Dudley Hoffman if you have any questions regarding that. And that phone number is 922-8463, and this is from Michael Hoffman. And I have a couple other things. The food bank, we did food bank on the last Thursday, 9/5, and we saw over 210 individuals. Thanks to all the volunteers and city staff for helping. We talked about the September 15th, El Comité Civico Parade. September 27th, there'll be a dedication of Black Road and 166. That'll just be the dedication. They don't turn on the lights on the Friday, because if there's something that goes wrong on a Friday, then they have to have Caltrans come out. So it's gonna be, the dedication is gonna take place the 27th, and then on the following Monday, like 30th, it'll go live with actual lights and stuff. Mr. Talogan Services will be here in Guadalupe on October 4th. I know the chief is working with the family for, the escort between barn and to the cemetery. Rededication of Veterans Memorial Plaza is 9/21/24. That's, I think it's 10 o'clock. 10 to. That's 10 to 12 or something like that, but it is that Saturday. This coming Friday, we have a AARP Zoom, which will be talking about the senior survey instructions. There's actually a 12-page survey, both in English and Spanish, about the needs, given the senior or the senior caretaker ability to let people know what the needs are locally. We're officially AARP connection. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Even if we don't go very far with AARP, we'll find out what our local seniors are needing in English and Spanish. We had workplace harassment training. We had several people here. Mr. Costa was there. Amelia was there. Chief was there. Yeah. Denise. Yeah, everybody was there. No harassment.
Only one that wasn't here was Mr. Cinco.
Not required. There was harassment training.
That's just how all it does is teach you how to direct.
Yeah, you were there.
Not get in trouble.
He was an excellent.
Yeah.
Not your thought, seen him before. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you sure.
All right,
Pretty good.
no agreement, is there a move, any other discussion?
Mayor,
Yeah, ma'am.
do you have a time on the Black Road dedication?
I think it's 10 o'clock, it's just a picture thing for, you go.
I can get it.
Were they ahead of schedule? They were.
Very much so. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be at the end of the year. Yeah. So it'll be, I forgot the time. I know that stuff. It's gonna be.
Hopefully that happens.
Is there a motion to adjourn? There's a second.
It's second.
All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 I'll give it to them.